Hello, all my beautiful friends. I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm here today because we have May's Jesse James bead box, Jesse James magical mystery bead box to open up today. So we're going to open it up and we're going to make something cute, I'm sure. Jesse James Beads does such a great job with their boxes. There's always so much fun. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Okay guys, I am back. I won't be putting these into a box today because I need to go through my stuff and clear out a box or two or three. So let's just open this up and dive right in. So it is for May 2025, the Sweets Shop. Look at all those delicious sweets on there. So we see our color palette right here, don't we? There's going to be some really pretty pastels, and I'm really excited about it. All right, so we have some bead mixes, some strands, and extras. There's a suite on the Magical Mystery Beadbox Contest, and all you need to do is create with the box. Tell us why you're sweet on Magical Mystery Beadbox over in the Secret Stash group. One randomly selected winner will receive a $50 JJB gift card. So you need to enter that by 6/20. I will make sure I include the Secret Stash Facebook page in the video, in the description of the video. All right, so I'm just gonna open this up, pull some things out, and we're gonna look at some stuff. And I like to do, well, I'm just gonna grab whatever's on top because that's what we're gonna do. All right, so very first thing we have is cherry on top findings. So let's take a look at these. Oh, these are cute. So, okay, so this is what we have. Let me grab a little, someone had suggested using my little white plate for, you know, showing different things. So I am taking that suggestion and rolling with it. All right, so we have a couple like little cherry charms. These are really adorable. And then we have a couple of the red and silver links. And we also have some of these really cool earring findings that are like staggered. So one would be longer than the other. Really adorable, isn't it? Very cute. So we'll put those back in the bag. All right, next on top we have buttercream chain. Oh, this is gonna be, their chain, you guys. I know I've said it a million times, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Their chain is always amazing. So let's look at this. Oh, this is cute. So I think these might be, let's see if it says. Nope, it's a silver chain and it has like all the little white dangles on it. And it is cute. This is really cute. It's very cha-cha. I like that. So we got some chain. It's always nice. Let's see what's next. Next we have Sprinkles Resin Bead Mix. Okay, these are going to be adorable. Oh my goodness, look at how cute these are. Look at how adorable these are. Oh, I love those. Those are really cute. And you guys, I know there's a lot of people out there who are like ice cream connoisseurs. My favorite ice cream is the vanilla soft serve with sprinkles. I get it every time. And my husband always teases me because he's like, you order ice cream like a 5-year-old. And I'm like, and? Your point is? Those are adorable. I really like those a lot. Okay, so next we have a strand. We have the 2 Scoop Sundae strand. Put this little bag here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This sparkling metal bead strand features scoops of round metal beads sprinkled with delicious spacers and more. So let's take a peek. So we do have some of the little rhinestone beads. Oh, this looks like a little cup, like a little dish that the ice cream scoops are sitting in with a little cherry on top. This is cute. I don't know if I could take this apart, you guys. Look how cute this is. They do look like little sundaes. Like this is the little dish. And then here's your scoop of ice cream and some whipped cream and your cherry on top. Adorable. Like I think I want to take 2 of these off and just make those into earrings. That's an instant earring. That's cute. Oh my gosh, like how do they get so creative? I don't even understand it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got a rhinestone boho bead. Oh, would you look at this beauty? Look at this. This really pretty light pink. It's all like little rhinestones. Oh my gosh, is that ever cool? I love this bead. I got to think of something really special to do with this bead. I got to think of something really, really cool. All right, let's put that in there. And what do we have here? So we have Sweet Treat. It's a little mix here. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, it's just a little bead set. So, oh, these are little peanut beads. Hold on, let me get a little thing out here so we can take a look at them. Get a little head pin here. Oh my goodness, these are little peanut beads. So if you're not familiar with peanut beads, they look like a peanut, like in a shell, and they fit like Lincoln Logs in a way. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Look at how adorable that is. And you're getting it on all these really pretty pastels. Very, very pretty pastels. All right, let's see if we can, there we go. I love that. That's cute. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We have another strand, and this one is called Fresh Baked. And these all have like little desserts, like little donuts and stuff. So let's take a peek at it. Let's get a closer look. Okay, it says, this playful donut-inspired bead strand features playful glass beads and sweet accents. Oh, these are cute. Look at these donuts. And you have like a ceramic heart. You got some little like sugary beads. There's some pumpkins. Oh, this is really sweet. This is adorable. I really feel like I can't take these apart. Like I'm looking at them and they're just so darling that I don't think I can take them apart. Those are so cute. All right, I have a cat knocking on the door. Hold on one sec. Okay, Lucy wanted to hang out with her mom. And it looks like we have 4 little bead mixes left. So let's take a look at these. So the first one I have is Pistachio Decoy. My box is a little beat up, but that's okay. I can slip it in a baggie. We don't care if the box gets a little beat up. All right. I don't know if I can just take it right off. There we go. Okay, so this is really pretty. A lot of really nice shades of green in this. Let's just take a look at it. So we have these really cute shaped beads. Pick one of these up. Kind of like a little bow in a way. We have some flower shaped beads. Those are pretty. Oh, I love these kind, you guys. These like little drops that are round, and they're like have the pointy, like they almost look like a crystal, like a, you know, one of those crystals. We have some lovely barrels. We have some some fire polish rondelles in this like sagey green. Just all kinds of fun stuff. This is a cute little mix. And they're giving you some spacers in there too. I can see using all these combined together. They would be really, really sweet. So let's go ahead and put these back in here. All right. So we got that one. And next we have strawberry shortcake, which is actually one of my favorite desserts. My mom made strawberry shortcake for my birthday, and it was absolutely delicious. Ooh, I like this mix. Okay, so look, we got some more of those little rings. Oh, that's cool. So here are some little glass rings. This is a really, really pretty pink. It's almost a corally pink. It's really, really pretty. And then we have a bunch of these twist beads in a really pale pink. That's gorgeous. We have some like little crackle beads. We have some other like, you know, shape in like an ivory, but here's the little crackle beads. I don't know if it's really a crackle bead, but it's painted like a crackle bead. That's what it reminds me of. We have some pretty crystals. We also have this I don't know if it's glass or if it's rose quartz. Fun. This is a fun little mix too. I like this one. I like the green one the best so far though. I really do. But we have two more mixes to look at. So maybe my best will be a different one. Who knows? So there's another couple little mixes. We'll do the blue one next, and this is wild berry pie. Oh, I think I might like this one. This one has blues and purples in it. So let's take a peek and see what we have. So we have some bead caps in silver, and they're like on the bead. There we go. And these are like, nice rounded bead caps. So they like really, I just lost that one to the floor. They like really fit the shape of your bead. I'll grab it in a minute. But they really fit the shape of your bead. We have, let's see, those are the same. I think those are all the same. Yep, so those are all the same bead caps. We have some white little tiny coin beads. These are about probably like a 6 millimeter. We have these really pretty purple swirl, kind of like a rice barrel bead in a way. We have this shape, and I think this is like a periwinkle, and it has a little bit of an AB finish on it. We also have some little like hex coins in this really, really pretty, it's almost like a very light teal. We have some purple crystals, and we have some purple opaque crystals. So there's really a lot to see in this one. A lot. I think this one is, oh, because I have a hard time with purple, but I'm loving the way this is mixed together. This one might be my top one, my new top one now. I'm just gonna grab that bead cap real quick so I can see it. I don't wanna lose it. Because chances are I would end up needing that one bead cap to finish something, and I'd be a bead cap short. You know how it goes. Let's put those all back in here. And that one was Wild Berry Pie. And there we go. Oops, I missed the bead cap. I don't know how they get all these things to fit in these little containers. All right, and the last thing, I'm just double checking the box, but the last thing we have is lemon chiffon. And I love a lemon chiffon dessert. I love desserts, you guys. Oh, this one is really beautiful. Look at the sparkle in this one. There's so much. So you have some quadrifoils in this white. See if I can find the little hole. There it is. So we have some white quadrifoils. We have these, oh, these are really pretty. They're like a chevron stripe yellow glass bead. So you have like a matte stripe, like chevron stripe going over it. We have some faceted yellow rice barrels. These have a ton of facets. Like, it's just super sparkly. We have some matte, it looks like sea glass in that lemon yellow. Let's see, what else do we have? We have some yellow crystals, and these are shaped like a coin with a bunch of facets. This one is super sparkly, and this one comes with some gold like daisy spacers or snowflake spacers. So that's really pretty too. And I honestly think, you guys, that it's so hard because I like them all, but I'm really like leaning towards these two, and even these two together, which is honestly kind of perfect because these two go together really well, right? So this is our Jessie James Magical Mystery Bead Box for May 2025 Sweet Shop. I think this is going to be a really fun, bright and cheerful, like you can't be angry about anything when you're making stuff with this, right? You just can't. So I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to do. Let's look at everything together, because there's a lot here that we can do stuff with. And I am thinking, I really think these are just so stinking cute. I really, really, really love these little sprinkle beads. I think that I really am leaning towards using these together. And I think even like this chain is just beautiful. And I don't want to take these apart. So I don't think I'm going to yet. I really don't. I don't think I'm going to yet. I probably will eventually, but it's not going to be anytime soon because I just can't. I think what I want to do is I think I would like to make a couple bracelets, like the 2 bracelets that I can wear together. Honestly, like I wonder if we should make 4 bracelets and really just have a good time with these. We could do some stringing wire. We could do some stretch cord. I wonder if any of this would fit over some of my leather. There's a bunch of things we can do. Let's just go ahead and let's plan on making 4 cute bracelets out of this, okay? And these you can wear all together. You can wear them separate. But I think that's going to be fun just to showcase some of these beautiful beads. And we might bring some of this other stuff in. I don't know yet. We're not going to be bringing the boho in or any of this stuff. These I'm gonna end up making myself some cute little earrings, but anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me go ahead and pause this. I'm gonna grab a bunch of other supplies and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is what I have. So we're gonna use the Opalon stretch jewelry fiber for our lemon chiffon bead mix to make a bracelet. For the green, the pistachio decoy, we are going to use soft flex medium beading wire in fluorite. And that'll match it really nice. I have these pulled out in case we need them. For the strawberry shortcake, I have some 3 needle silver silk that we could use. And then for the wild berry pie, I pulled out this like really pretty turquoise color leather from Leather Cord USA. I have some scraps down here, so I don't know if we would end up being able to utilize any of those. We'll probably need our longer piece, but I will continue to save these in case I can use them in making some earrings and such. So we're gonna save those, put those back in here. All right, and then I did pull out some things. So I have this button that I thought would be really pretty with that. And I have the clasp and the endings for our, for this. I pulled out a toggle for this one because I thought this toggle would be really, really cute. So I do have all that stuff set aside as well. So let's get right into it. Why don't we go ahead and start with our simple stringing project with our really pretty pistachio decoy. I think I'm saying that right. Pistachio decoy. All right, so we have this lovely little bead mix here. I'm just going to scoop my mat back a little bit just so that we can focus on what I have going on here. And I'm going to cut some of this off, and I'll give you a measurement in a minute. I usually try to cut off about 10 to 11 inches just so that way I have plenty of room in case I make a mistake. Oh, I'm gonna have to order some more fluorite. You guys, I have to order some stringing wire. Like I'm getting low. I'm getting dangerously low on some of my favorites. All right, so we have all these. Let me give you a quick measure. So we are doing 4 bracelets 4 different ways. And yep, it's about 10.5 inches worth of bead stringing wire. Perfect. All right. So I am going to grab a couple things. I need my crimp bead, my crimp tubes. I'm using the Beadalon number 2 crimp tubes. And I'm going to grab this little clasp that I have, because we'll want that too. And let's just see what we have here. And I kind of want to do like a nice little mix of these beads. I really do. I don't know what that is. It's like not good. All right. I think these will fit on a jump ring, and I'm kind of imagining those like dangling down. So I'm just going to grab my silver tone jump rings, and let's see if I can get some jump rings to fit on those. Because if so, that would be a really fun little dangle to hang from our bracelet. So let's take a look at that. See if I can get my hands to where they need to be here. Let me bring it down just a tad. There we go. All of a sudden I just got a hiccup and I don't know where that came from. I'm not really sure if that will. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, let me close it off. We're gonna throw these on jump rings because these are absolutely darling, and I think we're gonna need some like little dangle factor within our bracelet, and these will be perfect for that. I just want to make sure my jump ring is closed all the way. We don't want to lose any beads. I have 5 jump rings here. Let's see how many of those little guys we really want to use. I'll start with like 4, and if I want to use more, then we'll grab more, but 4 might be okay. So this is going to be like a little mix and match project. You know, similar colors on the same bracelet. We're not going to mix any mixes, but we're going to be able to wear them all if we want to, or we can, you know, give some away to our besties, give them their favorite color, and then they have a little bracelet from you. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't get anything to work for me today. So Thursday, today, which by the way, I did not read our thing. So today is May 19th, and Thursday we had a really bad storm. We had some tornadoes touch down here in Kalamazoo, Portage, and Battle Creek area. Super bad storm. And when I went to work Friday, we didn't have any power. And so we stuck it out for a little bit, tried to do the best that we could with no power. So no power, no computer, no phone lines. We had calls being directed to our cell phones. I mean, it was kind of a hot mess. And they had us leave at noon on Friday, which was great because it was hard enough being there for that short a time without, you know, having a bunch of stuff to do. And I'm one of those people that I like to keep busy at work. I don't want to my day to go by really slow. I mean, makes sense, right? So anyway, I walked into work this morning. I knew we had power, but I got sent a message from my boss letting me know that the server was down. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not a big deal because we'll get a hold of our IT person and, you know, he will fix that. Not a biggie. No biggie. He'll have it fixed within a couple hours. Well, come to find out, it wasn't our server that was down. Internet for the area was down. So now that meant that we couldn't do anything online. And you guys, 98% of my work is online. So yeah, that was a rough one, I have to admit. And so I got home today and I'm just hoping and praying. I saw the internet trucks when I was leaving work. So I'm hoping and praying that everything will be back to normal because I'm already like 2 days behind where I need to be for the week. All right, so I'm using 3 of those little barrels because I want the little barrels like to be my little center point in this bracelet. I think that looks really pretty together, and using the little spacers in between just kind of gives it that little bit of metallic, you know, feature in between my beads. So that looks really, really pretty. And I think next I really want to work these in because I think these are going to have a hard time unless I use some of those peanut beads. Yeah, I could definitely use some of those peanut beads. Let me get those out. Maybe we can use some of these to add a splash of a different color in each one of our little sweet treat little guys here. So maybe let's see. Well, let's stick with the green. Grab a couple of those like that. Okay, so one of those is a blue. Boy, is it hard. Those are so pastel. It's really hard to like tell the difference between some of the colors. Okay, there's 2 green. All right, so I just needed something a little bit smaller for this to sit next to. So it'll sit next to it like that. And then let's see if we have 2 more green ones, don't we? We'll need like 4 more green ones. Here's another green one. Oh, this one's a broken one. And There's another green one. In there, and there. Okay. And then we'll do the green again beside it. Just like that. Okay, that's gonna be adorable. All right, I'm excited about this. This is gonna be really, really cute. So then let's do this side. And let's put one of our little dangles on. And two more. So this is what we have so far. And I think that's quite lovely. Very, very cute. All right, and then I really would like to use these little flowers. These are so cute. I love those little flowers. So let's work those in. Let's maybe do a little flower, like it facing this way, and a little flower. Am I not, where's the, oh, there it is, okay. I'm like, am I not finding the hole here? Okay, there we go. And then because this is like a shorter little bead here, we can actually do more of our dangles here. Let's do another dangle and another dangle. I could put them on several jump rings. I just don't know if I would like the look of that. I like this much better, the way it lays like this. I think that's gonna be what we want out of this. All right, so we have that, and I think maybe we could repeat the flower. And if some of my stringing wire is showing, I'm not going to be upset about it because this is colored stringing wire. It's meant to be seen, so it's okay if we see it. Maybe I'll use some more of the green peanut beads. Do I have enough to do 2 on each side? There's 1, 2, there's 1. Oh yeah. And this will just kind of help break it up too a little bit. And I'm kind of really wanting to use some of these like little bow shapes. I like those a lot too. Okay, this is cute. That's adorable. All right, so I'm not sure if this color is gonna feel right for me on here. I don't think it is. We're gonna save those because we'll probably use those in like another way. But let's go ahead and put on a couple more flowers. And you know what, maybe we'll even make a pair of earrings to match each one. I don't see why not. I mean, we're here, so might as well, right? Okay, so now we have our flowers. This is really cute. And we could even hang these too, like just thread them on and hang them, and that would be adorable too. Let's see where we're at with this real quick. Okay, yeah, we still have plenty of room to do stuff with. And I think we're gonna come in with some of these really pretty, they're like a sagey fire polish faceted beads. These are gorgeous, but we're gonna do a little spacer in between them. The larger beads like this, I love to just pop a little spacer in between them sometimes. It just gives it like that, like added dimension. Yeah, that's pretty. And then let's put another spacer on each side. And I'm wondering how this will look. Let's hang them from one side and see. I may not like it. No, I'm not really a fan of that. That's okay. We can just do another one of these. These are really, really pretty. So let's just do another one. And I think we'll have it. I think we'll be done here. So let's test it out and see. And I might actually have too many beads on here now. It's a little close. Oh, yeah, I do. So let's rethink this. And maybe what I need to do. See, now this is much better. I just want it to be a little bit closer. So maybe we'll need to end it with a couple little peanut beads because these are all kind of big. So maybe that's what we'll do. So let me grab these back over here. Do I have any more green? There's 2. There's 3. And look, I have 4. So I think this is going to be just enough bead to finish this off. Yeah, that's much, much better. Okay, so we have that. I'll put those back over here. And now let's go ahead and put our clasp on. So I'm going to put my crimp tube on first. We'll put one end of our clasp on. And just slide that right on. Like so. And see, the colored wire looks so nice against the metal clasp. And we're going to use our magical crimpers. And we're going to crimp that down, turn it sideways, crimp it. And then we're just going to try to be really careful and make this work. I've been trying to use it a lot more. Everybody I've talked to says the more you use it, the easier it gets. So I've been pretty happy with most of my crimps lately. This one, I think I need to do another little squeeze here. And basically, once you're done with your two first crimps, you're just gonna move it around to until you don't feel any resistance from the crimp, and then you get this lovely little bead. Let me pick this up so you can see it. You get that lovely little bead there. So many people have gone to this, and I actually really like it. I really, really do. I still like my traditional crimps because I can do them so fast, and they typically do really well for me. So, but I am liking this the magical crimper. I am liking that. All right. So now that we have our bracelet, that side done, let's go ahead and put on this other side. So we're going to put our crimp all the way down to the bead, put our other side of our clasp on, and we're going to string our tail through our crimp and through a couple beads. This gives you some good leverage to pull your wire through, and it leaves a nice, neat appearance at the end here, instead of seeing possibly if you couldn't get close enough, a little piece of your thread hanging out here, where it shouldn't be, or whatever. But let's go ahead and do this one now too. I'm just going to crimp that down. We're going to turn it We're going to turn it sideways. Nope. All right, now, there we go. Now we turn it sideways. And I'm just going to turn. And I should have, and I do, a nice little crimp. And I did leave a little bit of space, and that's just for movability, because when you're wearing it, it's going to fill in all those little spots there. So let's trim this off. And I can try this on for you right away. Yeah, it was a good plan taking the larger beads off. It definitely made a difference. Oh yeah, this looks really cute. And with the little dangles, it looks really adorable. So here's a really pretty single strand bracelet done in the pistachio decoy. Very cute. All right, let's wear that. I'm gonna put these back away. And I think maybe what we'll do, because we're doing 4 bracelets, maybe I'll do a matching pair of earrings on another tutorial. So let's watch for that. All right, so next let's do this wild berry pie. And I'm uncertain, this is 1.5 inch leather. I got it from Leather Cord USA. I'll make sure I put their website in the description as well. I'm not sure if they're going to fit on this one. I might have to go a little bit lower and get like the 1mm. So let me just see. Yep, let me get the 1mm. I'll be right back. Okay, I have this blue in 1mm, and this was from Sam's Bead Shop. He currently doesn't have any more leather in his shop. I'm hoping that he'll start carrying it again soon because they're my other source for leather. I'm taking quite a bit off of here because I'm gonna have a couple knots, one at each end, and a loop and a button. So I want to have more off. I want maybe about a foot or more of this leather. And I'm fairly certain the 1mm will fit in there. Let me give you a measurement so you know how much I cut off. So in case I don't use enough of it, or I use all of it, or whatever, you'll know. All right, and this one is, so it's about 16.5 inches in length, which is probably a little bit more than what I need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're gonna test this out though real quick, because now that I cut it off, I probably should have tested it out before. We're just gonna try like a few beads. Oh yeah. No worries, these are gonna fit. Jesse James Beads usually has like just over a 1mm hole on most of their beads, so it's usually not a problem at all. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I want to attach my button. We're using a big oversized button to give it a really pretty bold look. And I'm going to grab a hold of both of my pieces here, and we're just going to do a simple overhand knot on the shank. Nothing fancy, just something super duper easy and something that we know will hold. So we're going to do overhand. I'm going to put in both of our ends here. I just have one that's a lot shorter. Get in there. The little short strand always struggles trying to get in. There we go. All right, so now we have an overhand knot, and I'm just going to slowly close it up because I want it to sit right about here. So I don't want it too close to the shank because then my button doesn't have any movability. And I don't want it way out here because it'll just be really super duper floppy. So there's like a sweet spot. And I usually say right around the rim of your button is probably good for a knot. All right, so now we're gonna try to figure out what we wanna do. So we have some purples and blues here, like some periwinkle and some purple and white. And I really love all of these colors together. I think they're gonna be absolutely beautiful. And I am really liking these. Now that I look at them, they're more shaped like a drop and not like a rice. So it's a little bit wider on the bottom and tapered at the top, but it's kind of squared off too. So a very unique shape for like a drop bead. Absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to use this first. I'm gonna put the skinny side in towards my button. And let's just bring it down like that. All right. And then I think what I would like to do is maybe back up another one to it. So we're kind of beating this in a different way. This one is going to be more of like we ended our strand, and we're going to add our beads to it. Instead of starting from the middle, we're starting from an end. I'm just going to trim off a little chunk of that real quick. All right. And then I want to see what I want to use next. I'm kind of like really digging this like little diamondy shape here. That's almost like an elongated bicone. And I think we'll do a few of these. So let's do one there. Actually, let's do one of these. Let's do one of our coins. Yeah, I like that. This color palette is so pretty. Some of them may have a little bit smaller of a hole. Maybe I need more of an angle here. There we go. However it works out, we will make it work. There it goes. Cute. See, this is what we have so far, and I like that. That's very, very pretty. And let's see, I think next, I think we'll do a couple more of these pretty purple drops. The skinny side facing in towards here. What I'm trying to do here is I'm creating this like little, almost like a streamlined section here where it's kind of all like the same shape except for this one that stands out. And that one's kind of like a punch right there. So we like that. And then we'll do that one. So now we have this little segment here, and that's pretty. So this will probably end up being like two segments, right? I think it's gonna end up looking pretty cool. I do want to use some of these really beautiful opaque beads and even some of the crystal ones. And I really would like to work these into, but I'm not sure where. So we're gonna kind of look at that in a minute. But let's put one of these bead caps on. See if my bead cap will fit through there. I don't know if my bead cap will fit through there. No, look how tiny the hole is on these bead caps. They're much tinier than the hole in the bead. So we might not be using any of the bead caps, but that's okay. We'll have plenty of opportunity to use them down the road. All right, so, but you know what we do have? I'm gonna borrow some spacers from our pistachio friend. We have some silver spacers left over. Why don't we borrow those? I do have extra spacers, so if I need them for later, I have them. And I could probably use the bead caps on these. So we're sharing amongst friends. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work this little aqua colored one in here, this really light aqua one. It's gonna be worked in right here, just to give it a little bit of blue. And then let's take our really pretty transparent purple crystal and put it right next to that one. And then we can slip on one of these little guys here. And then let's do one of the opaque ones, the round opaque, and there we go, another spacer, just like that. And I have one spacer left over that we probably won't need. And then we can put our crystal on here and our blue. So essentially we have two different little segments to our bracelet, right? Looks cute. Looks really, really cute. And we still have plenty of room to do more. I know that I'm gonna want my loop to start right about here, or my knot to start right about here for my loop. So it looks like we have about 2 inches that we can bead. So let's see what we want to do. Maybe what we want to do is we want to just take one of these really pretty white ones And maybe this one to kind of like taper towards that knot. That'll look cute. All right, well, we still have room. Like, I'm gonna do one of these then, because that'll be really pretty. This is very, very sparkly, and I love it. All right, so here we are. We have our, yeah, we need to put a knot right here, because then we're gonna make our loop. So this is what we're going to do. We want a loop that's going to fit over our button, but not be too big. So we're going to actually do a barrel knot. All right, so I'm taking my little noodle bead and I'm laying it over top of my 2 strands. So I made my loop like this, and I'm laying my barrel or my noodle right over top. And we're going to use our long piece here that's part of our loop, and we're going to wrap, hanging onto everything. We're wrapping it around everything. Slide that noodle down just a little bit. See if I did this the correct way, you guys. It's usually a 50-50 shot for me. So, like, there we go. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. All right, I think, did I get it? Nope, I messed something up. Look at, do you see that? You see that? That's destroyed. We don't want that. There's a smaller one. That might be okay. Nope, it's still not right. All right, let's fix it. We can fix it. Yes, we can. All right. No biggie. Making my loop. And we want to wrap. I'm going to wrap it the opposite way, but still put it through the tube the same way, because I think maybe I had something a little messy and it wasn't liking it. So we're just going to do it this way. I don't know if that really makes a difference, you guys, but it might just be the way I'm holding it too that would help me. So I got about 4 wraps around, and we're going to stick our end through our noodle, and we're just going to slide our noodle through our wrap here. Whoop, hanging on to everything, and then pull it out, and now we have our little tail that's coming out, and now we can just kind of grab a hold of everything, and that's much, much better. All right, but now I don't want to tighten that right down, because I want to make sure. All right, that's pretty much where I'm going to want it. I want it to actually rub up against that button. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be too loose. And so let's just fix this. Make sure before I tighten it down more, we actually want to go back up the other way and tighten it down. Now we can double check. Yes, that's what I want. All right, and now let's really tighten it down. Okay, now it's snug as a bug in a rug, and we are going to actually see that it even gives you like a little bit of breathing room, so that'll be nice too. I think we'll actually go ahead and maybe hang a bead and do a little knot on here. So let's do one of these little drops, because I'm obsessed with these little drops now that I realized they were little drops. So let's do one of these, and we're just going to tie a little knot here at the end, right about here, and then it'll just hang there, and that'll be cute. And I think I may have cut too much off. Nope, it's fine. Okay. But this one we're going to snip off right here at the base of our knot. And if you're not super confident in knot closures, definitely put some glue on it. You can use GS Hypo-Cement, you can use E6000. You can just dab a little bit on there and it will be just fine. So here is our purple and blue wild berry pie bracelet. We have our large button, our little dangle here, And this is really pretty together. This looks really cute. Look at how pretty these look together. All right, so I can get rid of this guy. We don't need him anymore. And let's go ahead and put our last little spacer back in here. Let's clean up our purple. It's unbelievable how much they can chuck into these little containers. Like, I just got a whole bracelet out of here and there's still so much left. I mean, you can do a lot with this stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and work on our pink one. And I think our pink one is the one I'm going to want to use some of these donuts on. So let's dump these out. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right. We have some of these little sprinkled donuts, and I want this to look just really sweet and delicious and whimsical. I have my 3 needle chain here. One piece is shorter than the other, not on purpose. These are scraps from like a bigger piece. It's not that much shorter, but I want to use them together. So what I'm thinking is putting putting one of these little sprinkle guys on like that. It's so cute. I don't know if these will fit on a 3 needle chain. Sometimes you need a little bit bigger of a hole, but let me see if I can smooth out the end. If you're not familiar with silver silk products, this it fits on there beautifully. This 3 needle chain is wire that is woven into like a thread, and it is so soft and silky. You wouldn't even know this is wire. You'd have no idea. So I love it. And he makes Neely makes all kinds of other products too that I'm absolutely in love with. I will actually, first of all, I'll put the link to this lotus color 3 needle chain where you can purchase it if you're wanting to purchase it. And I will also include a couple of videos that I've done with other silver silk products in the description. And then that way you guys can see that too. I'm thinking of alternating these, but I don't know if I like the look of the alternating or if I want like them all together. I don't want to use all of them either. So I think let's just try to use one. Which one do I want to use? Let's use this one. These are seriously the cutest. I don't even understand like how they made something that cute. They're just adorable. But I do want to use a couple of these rings. So let's go ahead and put a ring on there. And this one can be kind of like a 2-strand now that we know that all the other stuff fits on just fine. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. And maybe we'll come back and put more of these on. So maybe we could do like, you know, do like a little separation here and use some of these other little beads and then put another ring on to like bring them all back together. We'll figure that out. Let me just move these off to the side. And I'm going to bring this one down. And see, you can hear it's getting a little bit stuck, but that's okay. And then because that one's kind of chunky, let's bring in maybe a skinnier one or a smaller one. Let's see how this little round guy fits on here. Oh, just fine. Okay, you know what, guys? We are going to be just fine. Like I said, it kind of gets stuck a little bit, but you just got to slide it down and it'll be okay. The one thing I want to make sure of though is that my strands stay the same. So we're just going to kind of like layer it like this, and I think this will be really, really cute. So let's do another one of these. You supposedly can knot this as well. I haven't had any luck knotting it without making my knots look terrible. That's one of the things I've been wanting to check out to see if there was anyone who had a video where they knotted the 3 needle silk thread. So I might have to do that. And then let's take one of these wavy ones. Actually, no, let's take another one of these. So we can just kind of stagger them. And we can slide these around, and a lot of them are gonna move on their own too, so which is fine. I mean, it's gonna be the nature of the bracelet, is that there's gonna be some movement. Let's do the other side here real quick with that, and maybe that'll hold it together here. So now that we know that we're starting with 2 of these, we can put 2 on right away. There's 1, and there's 2. Yep, that one's getting a little stuck. All right, got those on. Let's put our smaller ones on. I just love that there's so many different options for you to choose to make jewelry. You have so many different stringing options. You have your traditional beading wire. You can make a beaded chain. You can put beads on leather, on hemp, on silk cord. There's just so many different options, and I think that is so cool that we have all these things at our fingertips. And I love being able to show like several different types and show you guys what's out there. For those of you who might be new, there's a whole world out there. It took me a while to discover silver silk, and then when I found it and I looked at it, I watched some of Neely's YouTube tutorials, and then I was finally brave enough to give it a try. I don't know if some of my little beads are gonna fit. I think I might have found the only 2 little ones. I mean, if not, that's okay. We have other beads that we can use. And like, I'm honestly not worried about filling up the whole thing because I want to see the silver silk underneath. I want you to see my beading material, my stringing material. Okay, that one I got on there. We need really just one more. I'm gonna get some of these little frayed ends off here. I can just get one more to fit on. Oh, and there it goes. That one's beautiful. Look at that. All right, so we have it the same on both sides. Looks cute. Let's maybe bring it together again. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer again too. I feel like you guys can't see. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like you guys can't see. All right, and now I'm going to bring in some more of our like our ring beads. So we're gonna use, hold on, I wanna fix this. There we go. Let's do one of these and just put that right on there. And again, these can move back and forth and it's absolutely fine. And now we're going to split this apart one more time, and we will put on some of our like flatter, wavier beads. So let's do this one here. And let's do this one next to it. Oh. I'm almost wondering if it isn't just this one cord that is giving me a hassle. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, we got it figured out. And let's just pull this guy through. Like that. And now let's do the other side. We want our ring to go over both. And we need our wavy bead. And we need this one. Just like that. Okay, this is going to be adorable. I kind of want to flip that around a little bit. It'll twist on its own and stuff too. So, all right. Next, I think I would like to do probably more like that, because I don't know if I want to use these big ones. I kind of used all those up, like the ones I wanted to use. But let's do maybe the opposite bead on here, on each strand. So let's do this one. Oh. I'm only going to fool with it for a second, and then I'm going to set it aside. All right, so this one. And then the bigger one over here. Cute. Let's do the same thing over here. Hoping I have one more that fits. Goodness. I feel like it should be fitting. Like this is... It's almost like it gets halfway through. Let me just kind of squish down my wire here. Make it a little more pointy. All right, well, it fit through that way. I don't understand what the reasoning is behind that, but we're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, are we? All right, so let's just finish stringing these on. And then let's see where we're at with this. Oh, this is adorable. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. How fun. I kind of feel like we could do just a little bit more, because we are going to use the crimp ends for this, and also the little clasp for it too. So let's do, maybe we should do another donut. What do you guys think? Let's do another donut. That's adorable. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. All right. You know what? Honestly, like, I don't know if I want to do another donut. Maybe we just want to do another, see if I can get them to work. Let's do another bead, like the long ones like this, because they're a little bit flatter, and I feel like if you're wearing them, it's not so bad when they're flatter like that. So let's just do this. I think I can get those on, no problem. So we're going to use more of these. Just one more on each side. That's all we need. Just one more on each side. And that way we can save some of those donuts for other pieces that we want to make. Slide that right on. And let's slide this one right on. And then I think we can go ahead and end our piece. So let's go ahead and put this on. Because like I said, I do want some of this thread to show. So we're here and here. All right, so I'm gonna want probably about 1 inch in on each side to have this little guy here. All right. But I also don't want to waste all this because we could make some earrings. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. All right, so the only thing you need to do for this is this crimps down and it looks really weird, but it smashes flat. We're going to want to trim this up a little bit just so I don't have anything like fluffy sticking out the top, because it's hard to get in there and trim that off. So we're going to put this on both strands, and we're going to try to just get it to maneuver to lay flat. We don't want it to go anywhere. And I'm going to come in with my pliers. I'm going to grab onto that middle one there, and I'm going to smash it down. Hoping this works out for me. It might not. If it doesn't work, I have other crimps that we can use that it will work. It might not be thick enough, the material, because sometimes I think you need to have, like, you know, more than just the 2 strands. But let's give it a good try. Well, it doesn't appear to be going anywhere, so that's good. And then let's just slide everything down. We're going to just do it gently and carefully. And then that way we can have our, I'll leave a little bit of a gap there. That way we can have our extra little wire scraps for a pair of earrings later when we do the earring video. Let's just, beads don't want to cooperate. One at a time, Jody. There you go. All right, and now the rest of these can go on down. Just like so. And I want just a little bit of a space in between, right? Just so that it doesn't sit funky and everything just kind of looks, you know, you can see that little bit of peak of pink in there. Slide that down just a little bit. There we go. All right, now let's see where we're at. So we have that. And okay, so yeah, we're gonna want to probably right about here trim this off. And then I'm gonna have 2 pieces of this left, which is still quite a bit. Like, there's enough to make 2 more bracelets here if I want to do single strand. So the material goes a long way. So if you're looking at it and you're like, oh, 3 feet is a lot, you guys. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable how much you can do with 3 feet. All right, let's grab our pliers again. Just try not to have that pink shoving out the top there. Well, if it happens, it happens, and I got a little bit there. Just get this smashed down really nice. And it's not going anywhere, so that's good. Maybe I can just sneak in there and trim that. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so now we have our bracelet, and let's put our ends on. So we have a jump ring for one end and our jump ring and clasp for the other. And these are all silver silk products that I'm using. So the jump rings, the clasp, the little crimp ends, it's all silver silk. All right. And now I'm going to struggle for a moment putting my bracelet on. I'm getting my bracelet helper. And let me just see if I can get this the right way first time. Hey you guys, I think I got it. Look at that. Bracelet helper to the rescue. And here is our cute pink one that is a little bit chunkier than the other two, but look at all layers nice together. And the silver silk looks really pretty with this. And I'm so glad that I decided to use that because it really adds something to it. All right, guys, I'm gonna pause it for a second, get this cleaned up, shake out my mat, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got my mat all cleaned up. I grabbed a scrap piece of wire that we're going to use as our threader. Let's dump this out. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. Look at that yellow. You guys, look at these bracelets. Oh, so cute. All right, and we're using Opalon. This is made by Bead Smith. It's stretch jewelry fiber. So when you look at it, it does look more fibrous. So it's really sturdy, very strong. This is the 0.7 millimeter. And we are using it. It's also in white. You can get it in white, you can get it in black. I believe you can get it in clear. Don't quote me. I usually get the white. How did I miss those two beads? There we go. All right. So I am going to like wrap this around my wrist a couple times, plus give myself a little extra, okay? So we want a couple times around my wrist, and then I want to right about here because I want enough room to knot, all right? So I will measure this for you in just a sec. Cut that off. Oh, I need more of this too. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm seriously running out of everything. You know, it's funny because I don't use it very often, so I don't think about it. And it's like one of those things that when you do want to use it, you need it. So I'm gonna have to sit down tonight and do some serious ordering. All right, so I have, let's see, and this is gonna seem like an extreme amount, and it is, but for good reason. So almost 23 inches of stretch cord. And the reason we do this is because we double it up. It makes it that much more sturdy. So we're gonna need that, but we are also going to need some GS Hypo Cement. We're gonna want this too. All right, so you see I have my stretch cord doubled. We're just gonna go ahead and give it a little stretch. You're not supposed to need to with this, but we still do anyway, just a tiny little stretch. We're gonna put our little scrap piece of wire in the loop like this. So now we have like a loop of wire and a loop of our stretch cord. And what we're doing is we are creating a needle, so you don't have to struggle trying to get your beads over two strands. All right, so now we just need to pick out what we want to use. So we want to definitely use these. I absolutely love these. There's only 4. I definitely want to use these little sparkly, like the round ones. Oh, these are like coins. We use the coins. Get all those out. And then I was thinking about maybe the quadrifoils, but then I'm also like leaning towards just sticking with like maybe these. And I think we'll use just a couple spacers like in between here, because I'm trying to think where the best place to do a knot. It might be at the end, like, because we'll probably do these more towards the end. So have these like in between. But now I'm kind of really wanting to do some of the white. And I think we're gonna need to do more of the spacers just to break it up. So maybe instead of these, maybe we'll grab a couple of these instead, just so that we have like a little mixture here. And we may not even need all of these, you guys. Like, I don't know, like we'll probably need all of these, but I think that we should be okay. All right, so I'm going to start putting these on. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna do it this way. And we're just gonna do like a little pattern on here. So we're gonna, oh, I just pulled that all the way through. You know what I didn't do? I did not put a stopper on my end, because that's what happens when you don't use a stopper. All right, so let me grab a stopper real quick. And just put these on here, and now we won't have that problem. All right, straighten this out. Let's grab our bead. What did I do with the other one? There it is. And let's do this one. And I don't know if I want to do it in this order. Like, I think I want to kind of like stagger it. So let's do one of these. Let's do a quadrifoil. And then another one of these little coins. And then another quadrifoil. Yeah, I like that. And then another coin. And we have time that we can straighten up all these like little wires after, or the cord afterwards. So I'm gonna do it like this, and then I really want to bring in, I think maybe we need to bring in one of these. So let's do one of these little matte, kind of looks like sea glass. Let's do our spacer. You can do it, Jody. You can get both those in there. There we go. So we got our spacer. Let's do one of these really big, chunky chevron beads. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cute. Do another spacer. My dog's going crazy out there. Somebody must be walking on the sidewalk across the street, because that's what he does. All right, so. And now Marmalade's like yelling too. He's like, sounds like a zoo out there, you guys. I have a zoo out there. And I wonder if I need to do I need to do, I'm gonna see how big this is after I get this one on, and we're gonna try to make a decision here. It looks like that's gonna be about half, so maybe we do wanna use all 4 of those larger ones, so that'll be fine. Let's do this one. And another one of these. Fun stuff. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. And then we need one more spacer, and we need one of those little matte glass beads. Let's go with one that's a little more yellow. And then we need a coin. A quadrifoil. And a coin. Another quadrifoil. And I want to see if I could actually end it here, because this will be our other spacer in between. So let's try it on and see. If not, we can add like another one and another quadrifoil. you know what, we're going to add another one and another quadrifoil because that's what it's going to need. So let's do that. And if it looks funky right here, you guys, the pattern kind of evens out once you get it connected. So you'll see what I'm saying in a moment. So don't be worried about that. Like if you need to add another bead or two, just continue on with your pattern that it's going to meet up with on the other end of your bracelet. So like this. It's kind of asymmetrical. All right. Okay, so now this is going to be good because we want it to be a little snug. It's a stretch bracelet. So that's going to be perfect. I'm going to take out this little guy here. You know what, actually, I think it might be, well, it'd be easier to hide a knot under a couple spacers. You know what, let's put a couple spacers on. We'll just do like 2. I like to try to hide my knot either like in a bead or in a spacer. No, I don't want to use the spacers. I think we'll be fine because these beads have big enough holes. All right, so we have the loop on one side and 2 strands on the other. This is what we're going to do. We are going to take our 2 strands that are separated, that are cut apart, and we're going to put one of them through our loop like this. All right, and then we're going to just work our beads up towards the end of that loop so that we can get them all down like this. All right. Then we're going to take our 2 strands and we're going to tie a surgeon's knot. So we're going to do, like you're going to do like a regular knot and then one more time through and then just tug it. And then we'll do one more. 1 and 2. Hold on. Okay, that's 1. And here's 2. All right, now this is where our glue is going to come into play. So I have my knot here and it's very small. This stuff actually hides really, really well, better than a lot of other things I've used and seen in the past, but it does hide really, really well. We're going to open up our GS Hypo Cement. I'm grabbing a baggie that I'm going to throw away later anyway, just in case we have like any spillage. I'm going to pull this apart, and right where that knot is, I'm going to use this little precision tip and just bring out the tiniest little drops on both sides. And this stuff dries pretty fast, and even if it's not all the way dry, it's still okay to stick that into your bead because you don't want it to go anywhere anyway. All right, so we're just gonna let that sit for just a second. I'll put my glue away. This I always have a hard time doing is lining up that little needle with the spout. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna come in and we're gonna trim off our extra. Close to the knot. Okay, and now we're gonna just take one bead and just pop it over our knot. So this little quadrifoil one, and now it's over our knot and we are good to go. Here is our pretty little stretch bracelet, and it's really cute, really springy, really fun. Look at all these together, you guys. Look at how pretty they all look. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys like this tutorial. This one was a lot of fun for me. I really like using all the different ways to string beads, and I hope you found this fun and informative. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, if you like any of them at all. And if you need any more information from some of the things I used in the video, just go to the description and I'll have links there for you for some of this stuff. Okay, guys? I will talk to you all again soon. And I'm sending you all my love, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye, everyone.